Any health-related information on the following show provides general information only. Content presented on any show by any host or guest should not be substituted for a doctor's advice. Always consult your physician before beginning any new diet, exercise, or treatment program.
Anxious, heart palpitations, wired, and tired. Everyone is posting about the nervous system regulation right now. Breath work, cold plunges, meditation, and none of it's working because they are skipping the biology. If you have anxiety that hits out of nowhere, those heart palpitations at rest, you're exhausted all day, wired and tired, that is not a mindset problem. That's cortisol. That's histamine. That's depleted adrenal glands missing the exact minerals they need to function. And today I'm breaking down the full chain and the exact strategy that actually fixes this at the root. Welcome to Accelerated Health with Sarah Banta, the podcast that gets straight to what works. I'm Sarah, certified nutritionist, founder of Accelerated Health Products. Here I cut through the noise, bringing you the real strategies, powerful supplements, natural solutions that actually work. So let's jump in. This is a topic I've had to deal with myself and with family members. Adrenal failure, stage 4 adrenal failure. What's going on? We are in a new reality in the modern day. Cortisol, that is the cornerstone. This is your primary stress hormone made by your adrenal glands. In a healthy body, it follows a rhythm, high in the morning, low at night. That rhythm gets you out of bed and puts you to bed at night. The rhythm runs your energy, sleep, hormones, and immune system. The problem is not cortisol itself. The problem is when it gets stuck high or the rhythm completely collapses. And for most women today, it's collapsed. Then you add in menopause and perimenopause. Whoo, you're dead, right? So let's talk about what chronically elevated cortisol looks like, because it's not just feeling stressed. Belly budge that won't go away. That cortisol directly tells your body, hey, I am stressed. I don't know if I'm going to go in a famine. I need to store as much fat as possible, specifically visceral fat around the abdominal area to protect those expensive organs, your liver, your heart, your gut. That is cortisol. The more cortisol, the more fat storage, regardless of what you eat, how much you exercise. The thyroid shuts down. High cortisol suppresses TSH. That's the signal your pituitary sends to your thyroid. It also blocks the conversion from T4 to the active free T3. Actually converts it into reverse T3, your survival thyroid hormone that says, I am in survival mode, shut everything down, slow down the metabolism, pack on the pounds. Your metabolism slows even further and your thyroid labs can even look normal if your doctor even takes the full panel. Hormones are in chaos. Cortisol and progesterone are made from the same precursor, pregnenolone. When you're under chronic stress, your body steals that pregnenolone to make cortisol instead of the healthy progesterone. This is called the pregnenolone steal. Low progesterone equals estrogen dominance, equals irregular cycles, PMS, horrible menopausal symptoms. These are what's going on. And yeah, we want pregnenolone, but if it's not converting into the right progesterone like we want it, you're going to feel worse, not better. Then you've got a brain that cannot shut off. You're wired but tired. That is a classic high cortisol state. You can't fall asleep. You wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning. Your mind's racing. That cortisol is spiking when it's supposed to be at its lowest. Your immune system's failing. Chronically high cortisol suppresses the immune system. You're going to get every virus, every cold. If someone's coughing from across the room, you catch it. This is the part that I hate, muscle breakdown. I don't care what you're eating, how much you're lifting weights. Cortisol is catabolic. That means it's breaking down your muscle tissue. It is not letting you build. It is doing that to release glucose for more energy. More cortisol, less muscle, slower metabolism, more fat storage. It's a vicious cycle. And then gut. Your gut is wrecked. High cortisol reduces that stomach acid needed to digest and assimilate your nutrients in your food. That disrupts the gut motility. You become constipated. It breaks down the gut lining, and then you have leaky gut, bloating, food sensitivities that you didn't have before. You're not absorbing your food. This is all cortisol driven. And this is the piece everyone's missing. And we're in a world today where it's affecting everybody. Histamine. Okay. So the nervous system has to include histamine. It's not just an allergy chemical. It's a neurotransmitter. So yeah, if you have high histamines, you might be sneezing, you might be stuffy in the nose, but we're talking about the sneezing on the inside of the body. When histamine builds up in your body, it directly overstimulates your nervous system. Anxiety out of nowhere, racing heart, palpitations when you're resting, insomnia when you're completely exhausted. And this is how it works. Histamine stimulates H1 and H2 receptors in the heart, causing tachycardia and palpitations. Histamine activates the HPA axis. This is the same axis that controls cortisol. So high histamine drives more cortisol. High cortisol increases histamine sensitivity. They feed off of each other. And the liver is the linchpin. Your liver produces DAO and HNMT, the two enzymes that break down histamine. A congested liver cannot clear histamine. It accumulates. Your nervous system stays in chemical or overstimulation. And this looks like an anxiety disorder, like heart disease, like perimenopause. The fix is not an antihistamine. It starts in the liver. The conversation online is focusing on psychological stress, work, relationships, life, and those are real, but they're not the whole picture. Your adrenal glands are under physical stress constantly, not just the emotional stress. You've got the blood sugar swings. Every time your blood sugar drops from skipping meals, having processed carbs, over fasting, yes, you're eating the junk food or you're fasting too long, both are going to stress your adrenals. Your adrenals release cortisol to raise that blood sugar back up. And this happens dozens of times a day for most women. Then you've got the toxic load, heavy metals, mold, plastics, physical stressors your body treats as threats and you don't even know what's going on. The adrenals respond to every threat, every exposure. If your detox pathways are sluggish, the threat never fully clears and the cortisol stays high. Then you, of course, throw in iodine deficiency. 96% of the United States is iodine deficient. And no one is talking about this with relation to adrenals. The adrenal glands require more iodine when you're stressed, okay? More than the thyroid. So the same halides like fluoride, chlorine, and bromide compete with iodine in your thyroid and in your adrenal receptors as well. Iodine deficient adrenals are hypersensitive adrenals. They overreact, they overproduce cortisol. And when your adrenals are already overworked from chronic stress, your iodine demand increases. And then guess what happens to your thyroid? It's stealing the little iodine you have in your body from your thyroid and going to your adrenals. Your adrenals are your battery pack. So it is going to sacrifice your thyroid for your battery pack of adrenals. And pairing with the iodine depletion, you've got sodium depletion. We hear about electrolytes and salt for workouts and just mineral balance, right? Who talks about it with relationship to your adrenals and stress? Chronic stress causes your body to excrete sodium even faster through sweat, urine, and the stress response itself. Depleted sodium means depleted adrenal function, and it triggers a cascade of stress hormones trying to compensate. We're going to go deeper into this in a minute. Then you've got poor sleep. So sleep is when cortisol resets. If cortisol is high at night, you don't sleep. If you don't sleep, cortisol stays high. The cycle feeds itself. Then you've got overexercising. Us type A personalities, we do it. I'm guilty. Intense exercise without adequate recovery is a cortisol spike. But most women with adrenal dysfunction are pushing through boot camps and HIIT training when their bodies just need a little rest. So let's talk more in detail about the salt, okay? What does it do with your stress hormones? There's 3 hormones, all sodium dependent. Norepinephrine, released by the adrenal medulla and nerve endings. It keeps you in a state of low-grade vigilance and alertness. Sodium powers that pump to clear norepinephrine from the synapses after it fires. Low salt means norepinephrine lingers, and you stay locked into that sympathetic overdrive even when there's nothing to stress about. Then you've got epinephrine. This is the acute surge, pounding heart, tunnel vision, sudden anxiety. After the surge, your cells need sodium to reset. Without it, the nervous system stays partially activated. The anxiety does not fully lift, the shakiness doesn't pass, the residual panic hangs around. And then third, aldosterone. Your adrenals release it to tell the kidneys to retain sodium when the levels drop. Under chronic stress, this demand is constant. Your adrenals are producing cortisol and aldosterone simultaneously around the clock. When you replenish sodium with real mineral, unrefined salt, you reduce that aldosterone demand, giving your adrenals room to recover. You cannot support stress adrenals without salt, period. It's not optional, it is foundational. So what do I recommend? Number one, acceleradine iodine. Your adrenal glands are one of the highest iodine concentrating tissues in the body. Iodine demand increases under sustained stress. Remember, your adrenals are going to steal the little iodine it has from your thyroid, and that's going to plummet your metabolism even more than all of these other stress mechanisms are going to plummet your metabolism and your thyroid. So you need to restore that iodine to the adrenal receptors, and that's going to help you feel more calm, less reactive, and support the thyroid function as well. So you will feel a calmer baseline, better mood, better resilience. Hey, my problems are a lot further away from me instead of smacking me in the face. Wouldn't that be nice? Number two, accelerated ancient salt. Happy to announce it is back in stock. So excited. That won't ever happen again. This is not table salt, not grocery store Himalayan. It is a mineral dense, scalar enhanced salt that supports the adrenal function at the cellular level. It helps get the nutrients inside and outside the cells. You have that sodium potassium pump on the inside and outside of the cells. Nothing gets in the cells and no toxins get out of the cells. No fat is released from the cells without sodium and potassium supporting that cellular transition between in and out of the cells. So what you'll notice, less fatigue, dizziness, nervous system is calm. You can have better digestion. Nausea goes away, reduces cravings, better hydration. Number three, accelerated liver care. This is the histamine piece. Your liver clears both cortisol and histamine. When it's congested, both accumulate and cortisol stays elevated. Histamine keeps firing your nervous system. So the accelerated liver care supports the liver's ability to clear that cortisol, produce histamine clearing enzymes, convert that T4 to T3, that fat burning, metabolism running thyroid hormone, T3. So you're getting a calm nervous system from multiple angles. Accelerated thyroid. This is not just a thyroid supplement. This is an adrenal and thyroid supplement. Cortisol suppresses your TSH and blocks T4 to T3 conversion. So a sluggish thyroid makes everything worse. More fatigue, more weight gain, more hormonal chaos, and that drives cortisol even up more. Accelerated thyroid supports the thyroid function, and the cortisol that has been suppressing breaks that cortisol thyroid feedback loop. Lastly, accelerated fast. I love this supplement. It helps me feel stable, lets me fast while I'm doing a hard workout, and my blood sugar keeps humming along in an even, steady pace. The blood sugar instability is one of the biggest physical drivers of cortisol, but it's one of the most fixable. Every dip in blood sugar is a cortisol spike. So the accelerated fast is a fasting mimetic that helps support that blood sugar to be stable, healthy insulin levels, and reduce the frequency and intensity of cortisol triggering blood crashes. It's also going to teach your body to burn its own fat. Amazing, right? It goes into the liver and teaches the body, hey, I've got plenty of fat on my body to burn. I'm going to turn it into ketones, feed my brain those clean, fueled ketones for energy and the body. Amazing. Fewer energy crashes, reduced cravings, even mood, a more even mood throughout the day. Amazing. Lastly, accelerated cogniblast. So cortisol, it's neurotoxic. That is not an exaggeration. Chronically elevated cortisol damages your hippocampus and the brain's memory and learning center. Brain fog, poor focus, anxiety, mood instability, it's all a feedback loop where the brain perceives the dysfunction as another threat, driving more cortisol. Cogniblast supports that cognitive function, neurotransmitter balance, mental clarity. It addresses depression and anxiety. It feels so good. It's gotten so many people off of their Ritalin, off their anxiety drugs, off of their antidepressants. Now, of course, you do that with your doctor, but this supplement is changing lives. When the brain has what it needs to function, the perceived stress loads decreases and cortisol has less reason to stay high. So you'll notice sharper focus, mental clarity, reduced anxiety, less mental noise, better memory. And guess what? It's also helping with long-term cognitive decline, Alzheimer's, dementia, Parkinson's. So what happens when you address the root cause of your nervous system? When your adrenals have the iodine and the minerals, the stress response calms down. When the liver is clearing cortisol and histamine, neither one recirculates. When your sodium is replenished, all of the stress hormones, norepinephrine, epinephrine, aldosterone, they stop working overtime. The anxiety quiets, the palpitations ease, the sleep gets better, the belly fat starts moving, not because you changed your circumstances. Stress is going to be there, but you changed your biology. Then add in the cold plunges and the meditation. So if you're wired and anxious with no explanation, do not just ask how to regulate it better. Ask whether histamine is silently overstimulating your nervous system, whether your liver can actually clear the cortisol and histamine, whether the sodium your adrenals are constantly losing is being replaced. You cannot out-meditate a depleted adrenal gland. You cannot breathe your way out of a congested liver. Support your biology, and the nervous system will follow. Thanks for tuning in. Before you leave, let me know what sparked a question in you. Are you just in a chronic stress state? Are you waking up in the middle of the night? The belly fat, it won't budge. Leave a comment below. And if you haven't joined the free group coaching on Telegram, do so today. It's a place where I answer your questions every day, and it's a great supportive community for you. For all of my articles, the free group coaching, supplements mentioned, you can head to saravantahealth.com or acceleratedhealthproducts.com, and you can use coupon code podcast10 on your first order. Most of you listen every week, but you haven't subscribed. Click the button below so you are notified every time I drop a new episode. You can find them all on Spotify, Apple, YouTube, E360, iHeartRadio, and more. And I drop 3 to 4 episodes a week. So join me next time for more ways to unlock your health potential.